Welcome back, Yak Watchers, for the final part of this World Cup Italia 90 playthrough. And we're right into the semi-final of this tournament. Here we go, come on. It's England versus the old nemesis, Poland. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. There was nobody there for me to kick the ball off to, but this is going to be the well-researched part. I have indeed gone and visited at least one website to find out some information about this game because I owed it to you, the viewer. Yes, you want to know some information about this game as well, don't you? This is going to cover all bases, the all-encompassing Let's Play. It's going to have information, humour, and damn good football goals. See, like that? That was awesome! Yeah! So, this version of the game is entitled World Cup Italia 90, and it has the official World Cup Italia name, although not the license. There is a version with the license and licensed players. But there are also versions named World Cup Soccer, World Championship Soccer, and Sega Soccer, which you may know this game better as. I'm still not sure what's going on with the official license, however, because various different sources said this had the license, because I've seen videos on the internet with, well, seemingly licensed names, although this has hilarious player parodies such as Handsome instead of Sansom, and Silton instead of Peter Shilton, although Bailey becomes Saxon for some reason. I don't know where they got these names from. Maybe they're the names of the developers, because there's a bloke called Wilkins who plays for Brazil. I don't know why it goes all quiet like that, but I think that's the most awesome part of the game. When it all stops there and the crowd just, oh, be quiet, he's taking his goal kick. And also, why does the goalkeeper never take the goal kick? Why is it always an outfield player? In modern football, it's usually the goalkeeper that takes the goal kick. What a waste of an outfield player. But in this version of the game, there are 23 teams, even though I believe 24 competed at the 1990 World Cup. This does not correspond with the actual teams at the 90 World Cup. For example, Ireland aren't in there and Scotland are. Cameroon are not there, even though England played them at the World Cup. So you cannot recreate that moment retrospectively. So, World Cup Italia 90 got varying reviews in the magazines. Mean Machines gave it a paltry 64%. Well, average really, that's not too bad. You can still play the game and enjoy it, I guess. While CVG gave it a whopping 83%. Wow, how much did they pay them to do that? Well, okay. Perhaps they enjoy this game as much as I did. Well, those are the reviews for the Mega Drive version, which you see here. But there was also an Amstrad CPC version, which I am amazed to find out, or not, because they released all sorts of crap for the Amstrad CPC. Now, this game was released far before Sensible Soccer, so I believe I read in Mean Machines magazine that the Mega Drive had terrible football games up until about 1992. I think it had 2 soccer games, which were this, and Tecmo Soccer. Oh, and would you look at that? We've reached half-time in this game already. England are 3-0 up. Well, I wonder who's gonna win this. Anyway, when you do score, the commentator is supposed to be saying goal, apparently. Or so I'm told by various sources, but I'm pretty sure he isn't. He's just screaming in agony. That's probably the developers of this game. Ah, no! Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to make this game? Ah! I'm sorry, I'm doing it again, aren't I? But one last piece of research before we move on. To what? I don't know. But I was speaking about Premier Manager in a previous part, and some of the hilarious advertisements and sponsorships. These are brilliant. I have some more. Bonko brand shoe alarms and Bonko brand cat on a stick. Pfft, make of that what you will. Bonko brand also do head mirrors. Now this is a fantastic invention, I must say, and I would buy those. The others I think are supposed to be parodies, but this one actually has some real life relevance. Oh, and look, guys, look, I've managed to kick the ball out of the goalkeeper's hands. So, going back to those Premier Manager advertising codings, we have Ricky's Nut Collection Services, as in peanuts I guess, but we're not going to go into that because it could be many other various types of nut. Anyway, Crossbrand provide spray on her. Now, I would like some of that in my later life when I go bald. No doubt. Oh, hold on. Yes, we've done it again. O'Driscoll's Spam Emporium is another ad hoarding. And Crossbrand for all your elbow needs. Now, the research point for that was not the internet, but one of my own videos from many years ago. It's weird how you end up going back to your old videos as research, because basically these are obscure games that nobody cares about anymore, which is a massive pity, because I'd love to see people do 100-part Let's Plays of Premier Manager on the Mega Drive, and indeed this. There aren't many, but maybe I'm searching for the wrong game name, because there's all those other game names like Sega Soccer that I've never searched for. Well, I think it's safe to say we've won this game now, or rather England have. We? Who's we? Oh yes, because I'm controlling the players, I can call them we. Not Nintendo Wii, but... Speaking of the player names, the only time the player names come into relevance is when you're playing the friendlies. Right at the end of the game, it tells you who scored the first 3 goals for each team. And if you actually score more than 3 goals, then it says etc. Again, just one of those small humorous things that I like in the game. Well, 3 people got these goals, and then 3 people got these goals, and then who cares about the rest? Screw them! It doesn't matter! I mean, what about for the games that are 13-2, eh? What are we going to do about those? Incidentally, I believe a lot of it is luck, because you think that I'm winning 5 and 6-0 in these games here, and then you get a freak of nature, such as the 13-2 game with West Germany. Goalkeeper just knocked it onto the crossbar there. And indeed, that is the end of this game. England have made it through to the World Cup final against the powerhouses that are the Hungarians, who were actually good back in the day. I say they were actually good. They may still be these days, but oh my goodness, that was incredibly unlucky. Let's do a proper commentary on this final game, shall we? I'm going to try at least. Oh, what's he doing there? He's passed it back. What is this? Wigan Athletic? Boo! Martinez out! 2 dudes down on the floor there, completely flattened by 1 man. That guy is a human steamroller. And another strong tackle coming in there. In fact, they're all strong tackles in this game. There are no light tackles. You can't just go and take the ball off the dude. You have to completely power through him and send him to the football graveyard in the sky. And they're smacking it around in the centre of the field. Oh, don't get ideas now. In comes a header and a wonderful chance. It's a goal. It's 2-0 to England in this World Cup final. Could this be the end of some years of hurt? I don't know. I can't count. I'm not a mathematician. I'm just a humble football video games commentator. Ooh, another shot coming in there across goal, which is what you must do in this game. But the glue on the goalkeeper's hands worked on that occasion. And they're knocking it around in the midfield area once again. England will be very content with this. They are now 1-0 up and surely headed for the tournament win. Although it's not over yet. Hungary could score one of those freak goals, like Germany scored those 3 freak goals against England, the mighty, mighty England who never lose. And there it is! What the heck was that guy on the line doing there? Walking through his own goal. Oh no, the wobbly thing has happened again, but they managed to get it away. Unlike in the previous game, when the team that England played, whose name I've forgotten because again I have not done my research, did the very same thing! And once again, another goal has been headed. It is now 3-0, and surely England have won this now. Oh no, and the game! Has it frozen? Oh, thank goodness, no it hasn't. Ah, that would have been terrible news for Harry Yack there, because he's not been using save states. He's a purist. And as I'm wittering on here, England score what it must be, the clincher now for them. And unfortunately, that attack from Hungary came to absolutely nothing. The invisible crowd are booing. They want their money back. This has not been a contest. Just hold it together, lads. And that's it. Another goal has gone in. Surely now, that is it. Not even a team of 22 men could beat England right now. So, here come England, maybe for one final goal. If they get one more goal in this game, they will have surely beaten the World Cup record for a number of goals scored in a tournament. The leading goal scorer, Jim Bimson, is not a real person, he's just a dude some programmers have made up, or maybe he is a real person, but he is one of the programmers who was self-inserted into the game. In fact, I bet there's a dude playing for Hungary called Smith, maybe even Bagley. No, I would never accuse Jim Bagley of such things, and besides, he had nothing to do with the development of this game as far as I'm concerned. There are only 2 minutes left to play, and England are already celebrating. And there it is, the clincher. Indeed, some people are on the pitch. They think it's all over, and it will be in a minute when the blasted referee, who's invisible, he's just some guy hovering above the pitch, blows his whistle. It'll be all over. And indeed it is. England are victorious. They win the World Cup final 6-0, even though this graphic does not reflect that. So, well done to England. They are the champions of all football. I pass you back over to Harry Yack for the closing of this video. Thank you very much. Well, cheers, Jeff, if that is your real name. He's gone off back to the kitchen to grab himself a pie, some oranges, or whatever commentators do at half-time. I don't know. But considering he's gone to the kitchen, he's probably stealing all my food. You better stay out of there, you swine. Anyway, that's it, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. This Let's Play has sadly come to an end. England were victorious after all, but then, what did you expect? And there we go, straight back to the main screen again, as if nothing has happened. England win the World Cup, but nobody cares. All you get is that guy kissing the cup in digitised format and a scrolling credit screen. I've been that bloke, HRW Yack. The W stands for W, maybe, I don't know. It probably stands for something much ruder, but anyway, that's the end. Sayonara.